Whirlwind Meat is a game that seems to not be getting all the hype that it deserves. I actually don't like the fact that that's true because I've been playing a lot of it and I love it. I understand that this studio isn't probably well known. This is probably their first game. I actually don't know them myself. I also understand that this is a Chinese game that's already released in China, and it's also a free to play game where people are like, it's a gotcha, it's a gotcha. But the truth is, the gotcha games usually leave you not having things. In this game, there is no gotcha. All the content is free to play, and you can earn pretty much everything as well. Now, cosmetics will be harder to get. That is the only thing that's in the battle pass and things like that. But you can still get them. But this conversation has nothing to do with the reasons why people might not want to play this. It's actually the exact opposite. I spend the rest of the video breaking down reasons you should be checking this game out for yourself. And, you know, I would say probably 1 out of 100 was more than enough. I'm going to give you guys a rundown nonstop here. We're going to go through everything, right? When I say everything, I mean everything. So lock in. First things first, this is a action RPG. That should be enough for those like me who absolutely love action RPGs. It just so happens to be a well-made action RPG with some really exciting combat. Right? And I just want to kind of stress the action RPG element. It's a big open world, okay, where you're going to be fighting a lot of bosses. The visuals of cutscenes that you're watching in the background is some of the boss fights. Experience a bunch of them, but there's some I still haven't even got to game. And I'll tell you this, depending on the difficulty you put it on, good luck out there. It can be very challenging in the high level difficulties. You can lower the difficulty anytime you want. Make the game easy. They even have assists, accessibility stuff for making these fights easier for those who might need it. Personally, I like the harder stuff. It's been exciting and interesting to fight these bosses, to go through it. Okay. Another big thing is the fact that it is absolutely a massive Chinese game that's authentic to what they're doing. Okay. This is Wuxia fantasy martial arts style of a game. There's all types of crazy people with crazy abilities, but there's true martial arts as well. They use the motion cap guys for. And I want to kind of go through a long list of features in a little bit later. But I want to introduce this. And I've been talking about this kind of stuff, but I want to kind of help you understand. This is a single player game. Like you literally can just spend 50, 100 hours playing through all of the open world content and just enjoy and just get out there and have fun. Don't worry too much. And you're going to have a blast. Okay. Personally, I love the experience as somebody who loves this culture, loves this history. They put that into the game authentically when it comes to environments, landscapes, just the visuals, and even the lores of fantasy legend stories they have in the game, you know, portrayed just like they share in novels and different things. And I just love the fact that that exists in this way where you're making it fun. You know, these fantasy elements, I mean, you literally can walk on water, you can fly, you know, I mean, there's a long list, and I'm gonna get into those things in a minute, but the game just lets you do what you want. And that's important. In a story that spans about you, figuring out who you are, it has to do with family, it has to do with love, even. You can go into the political side, these wars that are happening. You know, this is during a very controversial time in history where you're a part of that battle for corrupt elements, royalty secrets, and all this stuff that's been happening all while your story is unfolding as well and you're discovering yourself. pretty amazing. And those are the kind of things that they did extremely well that I'm excited to kind of get into. And we're going to keep going down this rabbit hole of different elements and things that I want to touch on and go through, talk about this game. The universe is very important. I think that before I get into mechanics and gameplay stuff that you guys probably want to hear about, these regions and these locations are true to the culture and the feel. But the crazy part is the NPCs are also very unique. The interactions with them, they've been very different, super interesting. I'm so excited to kind of continue diving into this elements. Things like you can build friendships, having somebody to duel against and practice with. Of course, there's quest givers, informants, and even a drinking buddy type of thing in the game. And they have routines, they have lifestyles, have behaviors, things that they're doing. They come back, go to work, and do whatever they got to do at the job at nighttime or daytime. If it's raining, they'll get to cover all that cool stuff that I think is pretty amazing, exciting, and I love that. And when you explore, there's endless amounts of things to explore, puzzles and hidden places, caves and things to interact with all over the place or waiting for. That's ridiculous, to say the least. Those are some of the things when it comes to story and open world elements and their philosophy, having that freedom for combat. Get into it. Now, before we do, you're gonna watch actual game footage here. And yes, for those that have been commenting, this is my personal gameplay right this very second. I can jump, I can move around, and I'm in the city area now. And there's people in the village. I can stop anybody and just have a conversation with pretty much almost anybody. I haven't tested every single human, but you can have interactions with conversation. Get into things. Dropping information and people at work, all that stuff. We're not going to go into today, but I did want to kind of go through the combat. So you have tons of weapons, which I'm going to do a weapon guide later. But these are all the weapon types that you have, okay? In the global launch, apologies that I forgot to mention this. In the global launch, you're going to have a limited amount. Won't be every single one you have here because they're releasing the content for global different than they did in China. But you have the main ones, a lot of them, 12, I believe. So you'll be good to go. You can select any which one. And what's cool about this, if I don't have a style, I can go into the map and see where I get it. And I have to do some type of quest. I gotta fight a boss. I gotta, do something in order to get it. And to me, that is so amazing because everything in the game is just like that. Top of the weapons, you gotta understand that there's abilities in here for the weapons. So each weapon has multiple abilities. You're gonna be able to do some powerful stuff. Then you can combine that with the second weapon. You can see right here, there's symbols. And yes, another comment that everybody's been leaving. Why are your videos in Chinese? Well, I have the Chinese version of the game right now. Official game releases soon in a week. But this right here, you see the symbols that are blue. That means that they combine well together. Other weapons, red and green. Each of these have certain play styles, certain abilities that work better together. You don't have to use them together. You can combine anything, creating your own play styles. You have two. And there's these skills that buff you up in different ways. We're not going to go, wait until global release before I put all that out there. But this is a way for you to do things well, okay? And this is also another one of those things where you can just look around on where to go, how to unlock it, okay? To find it, But tell me, go here. And it'll give me the clues to unlock this. So that freedom in an open world game is super critical. So many things in this game just like that. These right here are more abilities. And if I was to go through every single one, which I might make a separate video about in the near future, but it has a lot of different things. Okay. When I mean a lot, I mean a lot. We'll just kind of go through a couple here. Okay. So this is to toss people. I had to go learn it from a bear. And there's plenty of things like freezing someone, being able to use telekinesis to steal stuff and grab weapons from people, all types of cool stuff like that that you're capable of implementing your game. This is frog leap, very powerful attack. Plenty of different things. This is one of my favorites. And this stomp is super strong. I mean, there's just endless amounts of things in here. We're not here to go through it. I probably should just put this in this video, but this video is already going to be long because I want to kind of go through it. But the point is, you can see I have two different elements that I can do and use this as we go forward. Now, I am in a populated area. I don't want to get put in jail for doing this, but I'm going to take a couple swings and show you. You can see on the right side, if I go up and down, I can select the skill and then use it at will. Oh, there goes one. Hopefully nobody's close. Nobody gets mad and calls the cops because they do have a police system. But yeah, so those are the kind of things you can do. And again, just spamming all of these attacks whenever I feel like it. Point. This is what's amazing. Force to puncture. I don't want to do any of this, so avoid it. But those are the kind of things you can do. And then with your attacks, it's the same type of thing. Basically, spam all these abilities. Well, I'm not going to do a full guide on that. That's just an idea of some of the elements. Okay. And then we're going to get into more skills. And again, this is a lot already, I know. But there's so many different things you can do in here that you're capable using, like stealth attacks and that. Then this is the flying mechanic. I know it sounds like a joke, but I promise you, you can literally just fly around. You don't have to fast travel. They have a fast travel in the map, in the menu, sure, but you could just do this and just be Superman, okay? Just fly through the sky, hanging out, doing all types of different versions of this if you wanted to. That's something you felt like you did. Excuse me. Then you have wall running, this gliding when you can fly through water and all different areas. Tons of stuff, even this type of way of traveling. And there's so many different ways to travel by. These are the kind of cool things that are in the game that are just special. And of course, you have the gear system. These are your attacks to make you stronger for DPS, and then are your actual defense elements as well. And there's combinations that will make you stronger if you put the same gear set on. It's help a lot. Okay, that's just another thing that you want to think about. We're not going to go through every single thing, but I did kind of touch on some of these. These are another skill tree just for you. As you play the story, you'll unlock different things. There's a lot of them, all of them, but the point is full skill tree. As you get points, you use. This is the online one, which is separate. You have to play online to unlock. Buff yourself up, play multiple, which I'll get into a little bit later, but yeah. Then this is the bosses. There's boss challenges every week, and these are very tough, by the way. Pull the full team together, 5-player type of boss run, things like that. To really have a good time with the game. Go forward. This is just some of the elements that are in this. I mean, like, very limited thing that I'm giving here because I don't want to go too crazy with all of that. Okay, but that is special about some of the combat. Again, the way you pick these up, you'll learn this by watching some master basically practice. And then you'll use it, start learning abilities and doing all the different things that comes with that playstyle. Okay. So it's just so spectacular that this game even exists. I'm still in disbelief. I've been playing this game, right? And I'm still in disbelief. That's how much amazing things are in it. You have these boss rushes that I told you about, 10 player boss rushes. They have 5 player as well. Different challenges, kind of beating these bosses. They're no joke. That's what you have. My other account that I played on that lets you go crazy with it. Then there's this. This is 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, a battle royale mode. Oh, other things like practice, at 5-on-5, and mini games. You can do a bunch of stuff, so much. And there's a long list of other, just gameplay content to try out. Meanwhile, there's a huge, long, cool story that's happening. Just play that. Don't even care about none of the stuff I just mentioned that's in the game. And this world is so rich. If you look around in movies or documents, patients, China looks just like this. Good job kind of represent. I do want to kind of just show you a couple of key things that might make you, oh wow, that's pretty cool. Here we go. So if I just hit a button here and I go into the options, I can select this, which is what you saw me in, which is the open world, basically. All in a spoiler on the map, by the way. We're going to get all of this region and all of this region, okay, at the start of the game when it comes out this week. Okay, and there's a lot of content in here. Spend an endless amount of hours unlocking everything, going through all the different stories, all the different game. The reason I'm bringing this up is because there's another world out there. It is actual multiplayer MMO and more. Okay, so we're gonna just jump in very briefly here. Now, I'm not here to display this part. This is something I don't do too often. This isn't my personal thing to get into. There's so many layers to this. I mean, like, I really want to show this all off as well. But this is a version of the game where you're in the map as well. You can meet a lot of new people. They're all just hanging out. Like, hey, man, what's up? It can be friends, guilds, your crew, all that stuff. Everybody's in the same universe. So it turns from that single player that you know to this all human players hanging out. And there's activities in the world, literal activities, things that you do. Place. You can fight each other too if you. There's so many different things and ways to be. Okay. This MMO is so big and it's something I've never done. Okay. Like, I've realized I'm humble now to the fact that I've never really done MMO before. I might after I finish the main story, after I run through PvP side, doing all of these things. It's pretty amazing. We're not going to spend too much time in here. What is in here, but plenty of ways to go with as you play. Very cool. Now, I did want to touch on some more of this. I'm going to show you guys something awesome. All right, so this video is from Jestron Builds. He is a creator who basically builds stuff in the game. And so you can build this in this game. This is a outrageously cool cyberpunk style city within where winds meet. This is literally in game, okay? Now I ain't gonna be doing this type of thing. I'm not really that crazy into building or the relationships and MMOs and all that stuff. I've never been able to do. Just never put my time experiencing that. I'm always inspired when I see this type of stuff. Okay. This is outrageous how good this is, how cool it is. And I cannot wait till the community starts going into making things like this in Whirlwind. And what's cool too is you could actually rent, buy, or borrow this type of stuff. Players could actually let you borrow their outfit. Players can actually let you borrow world. You can buy these type of environments. So yeah, it's insane. So there's that. Now I want to kind of talk about a couple of those other features. So the guilds and the factions, there's a ton of them. I'm not going to go through every single one because there's a long list. But basically, they have very specific things that they want you to, like the bad guys who want to play PvP. If you don't do good in PvP, they'll hunt you down and fight you. These are players and are AI, and it's a whole system for this. And that is outrageous. There's things like you going to jail. They'll basically have you do chores to try to slow down your time. They even have a walk of shame where put you in a cage and take you around the city and people can throw vegetables at you, which I thought was pretty hilarious. Things like that. That's amazing. Role play in the MMO, doing things like being a doctor and going around healing players. A player can go into the chat, to the global chat, and say, I need a doctor, and somebody will load in on you, help you heal. Or you can do other professions, build, workplaces and have employees working for you. So it is pretty crazy the fact that that even exists. And that goes along with factions and being able to play with or against other factions, for example. You can do PvP, I believe 30v30 and 5-on-5, all that stuff. 10 players, all that stuff. It's in the game. That is so good. I love it. Tons of other features and elements for that. But again, that's not my expertise. And I don't know how deep I'm gonna get into it. I am a gamer, but I like real life women. So I'm not gonna build a relationship in the game most likely. Unless there's a gameplay benefit where it's like, hey, you get an extra buff, you can heal faster. I'll be like, sure, I'll go get married. You're gonna hook me up for a story related, sure. But yeah, so doing that type of stuff is funny, but the rest is amazing. We'll probably just buy somebody's building, make something cool. Or we'll hire one of you guys, whoever's great in a mag game breakdown, nice cool building. All that is in the game, possible. Plus way more that I'm not even like scratching the surface on side of it all. Too much to kind of go over. But it's definitely there. Okay. And remember, just to kind of note for those people that are like, I'm not that interested in this part of it. Like I said, you don't have to do any at all, like literally anything comes to that stuff. You could just stick to the story, kind of like what I am going to do in our first play. I want to unlock the best weapons. I want to practice my combos, master my player, play a lot of PvP, get into the craziness of PvP. Actually, you know what? It's funny. I made a video breaking my experience with the PvP. Oh man, go ahead and pop it up on screen. This was again Chinese servers. Getting some loot. Found a player to fight. Just went off on them. Feel pretty bad about it because I am on the servers, so my latency is probably crazy. I've not lost. I've won a lot of my battle royale. I have a lot that bell a lot for some reason. It makes people panic. But this PvP is pretty cool. You're getting some loot. You're doing the typical battle royale stuff to start off. Ring starts closing. Get into center. Go through the process. There's AI players, as you can see. That's an AI player in the background coming over to mess us up. This player's dominated. They're just done for. I don't know where to go. I was trying to just finish them off so they have no stamina. Try to be very aggressive. Absolutely enjoy my time playing the battle royale. It is going to be not for the weak because people are going to be very skilled and do combos. I'm kind of skipping through the footage going into the fights I got into and how I just froze them, dominated. Imagine you going through that. I've pretty much all the glitchy stuff that I can when I play. I'm gonna be honest, but hey, that's just you gotta win, the way I do it. So we're gonna be in this. I am running some tournaments for this. This is cool stuff that I just been enjoying this. Been something special. There you go. They're gonna be winning the game. That's kind of just a quick showcase of the battle royale, giving you to be getting into on that side. Now, again, back to the main story and the big conversation is it is free to play. What is the gotcha? Battle royale. They try to hustle us. But rightfully so, people are gonna feel like, you know, trying to invest. They're gonna try to hustle me. Please don't bother. I've never been one, and just as a separate conversation instead of just giving you the features. I've never been one to care for actual battle royale passes. You ever watch me stream all the games I play that have battle passes? I pretty much don't buy them. Only a few battle passes where I'm like, dang, I gotta get that. Something in there I want. It's rare. And this game's cosmetic is mainly what they offer for the battle. So it's a free to play game with endless content. I honestly can't believe that it's free till this day. And I know it's coming out globally, and I already have the version of the game. It's like, this is too good to be. This is a game of the year type of feel for me. That's how much content and cool it is overall. That sounds crazy, but it's really how I feel. So leave your comments, thoughts, and if you watch this after the game releases, let me know. Was I lying? Was I lying? Did you enjoy yourself? Now you have to be somebody who is into Wuxia culture, combat, that cool stuff. Part of the game to really love it. But yeah, let me know. And make sure you subscribe because that's the only way you can show me love and support. All right. Other than that, y'all stay safe, take care of yourself. Go ahead and watch the next one, deep dives. I'm gonna start doing some real deep breakdown. Should be popping up on